Are there crazy caves with no entrance to the surface pocketed all throughout the earth, or is the earth pretty solid except for cave systems near the top? Ways to have a layer of limestone at the surface long enough to form a karst cave topography, then subsequently subside and be buried by thousands of feet of sediment. The caves will still exist, but have no connection to the surface. One place this occurs is some parts of Texas, where those deep caves can be a significant drilling hazard in oil and gas exploration. What happens if they drill into one of those caves? Oh yes, and boy can they be interesting. In South Africa, geological conditions caused a rise in one area. I don't remember the exact details, but there is an excellent book, Cradle of Life, the story of the Magaliesberg and the cradle of humankind. The result was a variety of cave systems. The entrances to these caves opened and closed at various times, rock slides, etc. And in the late 19th, early 20th centuries, the economy as saw needed lots of lime for construction. Many caves were opened by blasting, including the one where Australopithecus sediba was found by Matthew Berger. Most of these caves were created by water flow eroding for dissolving the earth, and there will be caves that have never opened to the surface. Australopithecus sediba, 2 million year old human ancestor. So fascinating, especially since I'm currently reading Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. Highly recommend. Remember that the Earth's crust is only a small fraction of its total radius. The caves you are imagining are probably restricted to only the very upper parts of the continental crust. Most of the Earth comprises a solid mantle, liquid outer core and solid inner core. By virtue of the immense pressure, large voids would be improbable. That's not to say there aren't spectacular cave systems in the upper crust. For example, karst terrains, loosely speaking, areas of limestone with areas dissolved by water over time, produce spectacular caves, many of which probably haven't been discovered, or lava tubes, where runny lavas flowed through but emptied, leaving behind subsurface cave systems. Would caves in the upper mantle be possible in theory? Contain beautiful stalactites and one or two contain unique organisms that have evolved in isolation for millions of years. https://en.wikipedia.org/ https://en.wikipedia.org/ They discovered a troglodytic scorpion in the Aelan cave, but only 10 years after it went extinct from overpumping groundwater. So close yet so far. Edit or word. Like all these comments, one of the best examples is the Nacre selenite crystal cave in Mexico. This cave is home to the biggest known crystal selenite in the world. Single selenite crystals that are larger than telephone poles. Scientists theorize that the cave formed 26 million years ago when a nearby volcano forced mineral-rich water into the limestone. For pictures of this cave, 1,000 feet below the surface, National Geographic article. Came here for this. It's otherworldly, but doesn't it have an entrance? There are lots of caves formed by gas getting trapped in cooling rock that have no entrance. Maybe you'd count water carving out caverns. Not sure if that counts since the water had a way in, but I think the deepest known cave is only just over 7k feet deep, which isn't all that deep really. Wouldn't it be cool if we could get a camera down there? Doesn't sound like it would be that difficult. Removed. I'm a geologist. This is incorrect. An aquifer is an underground layer of water-bearing permeable rock, not a cave or void that was filled with water. Depends on what you mean by pretty solid. On short time scales, most of the Earth, except for the outer core, acts like an elastic solid. So, think seismic waves. On geologic time scales, most of the Earth's interior, including the mantle, acts like a very viscous fluid. So even if you managed to create a void in the deep hot parts of the Earth, they would very quickly, on a geological time scale, disappear. Removed. If it's undiscovered, how do they know it's 600 miles? I asked a similar question a few years ago and got some pretty interesting answers if you want to take a look. I know it's not exactly the same question, but the information is still relevant to what you're looking for. https://www.reddit.com. Yes, There can be caves only connected to the surface by tiny cracks. The Nullarbor in Australia has these. Fun fact, caves move up. Every now and then, part of the ceiling collapses to the floor. The cave just moved up. Not so fun fact, when they get close enough to the surface, a large area can collapse, leaving a well tens of meters deep and tens of meters across. So if you're driving across the Nullarbor, stick to the tracks, otherwise, you might go all Thelma and Louise. Thanks for watching and remember to subscribe for more Reddit videos.